Hello, everybody, and welcome to Civilization 6. I just got this game. I ran across it on YouTube, and I said I need to give it a go. So I've been playing around with it for the last few days, and I just wanted to share what it is with y'all and do a game with you. I am still learning. But you know what the hey, it's all about having fun, and I like to try new things. So we're going to give it a go. Now, this is a strategy, a turn-based game. And I don't know. I am just really getting hooked on it, to be honest. And so let's go ahead and get started. Now, what I'm going to do, there's lots of different options and different windows and different gameplay stuff, and this is not going to be a tutorial. I'm basically going to explain kind of what I'm doing, but we're going to plug along this together and see how we do. I do need to set up the game, and so I thought I would bring you along with me for that. If you do enjoy the video, please subscribe and give a like. I do appreciate it very much. So let's go ahead. We're going to be single player. Now, I'm going to go create game because I like to do a custom game. I also like to do a random game as much as possible. Now, there are some things that I need to set up just to make gameplay doable for me. And I just want you all to know. So I'm going to put the disasters down a bit. These game modes are really interesting, and I enjoy playing with this one, the Tech and Civic Shuffle mode. It mixes things up a bit so you don't know really what's going to be coming up. I'm going to go on standard map size. Map types, there's all these different types, and I like to go with the fractal, which is a random. Okay, game speed. I'm going to leave this on standard, which is your average. Now, the actual difficulty of the game, though, since I am still a beginner, I am going to put that down to the easiest difficulty for this particular series, and I'm going to leave the leader random. There are various expansion packs. I am playing with all of the expansion packs and DLC that was available when I downloaded this, so hopefully you will enjoy. Let's go ahead and get started with the game. Now, if I go into advanced, in here I could select all of the different leaders that are going to be on the map, but I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to mess with any of this stuff. And we're just going to leave it all alone. Here we go.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Your mastery of the spoken word is a gift of great value, silver-tongued Pericles, leader of the Greeks. Through it, you can attract the devotion of a league of states, surrounding yourself with their glory. Establish cultural sites along the rocky shores of Greece to unite your people behind your strong governance. If all goes well, the sirens will sing of the age of Pericles.
Greek Empire, huh? Interesting. So, the abilities of this leader. It says surrounded by glory, +5 culture per city-state that you are the suzerain of. Now, a suzerain is somebody who has the most envoys in that city-state. And then we also have Plato's Republic, 1 extra wild card policy slot in any government. A wild card is a card that you can use in any slot. It doesn't have to be, diplomacy or religion. It could be anything. And we get a couple of interesting units. We get a hoplite, and then we also get a unique district, the Acropolis. So let's go ahead and start this game and see how we do. Alright, so this is our UI. Down here we can learn about the individual units if we click on them. We have a warrior unit and a settler unit. Now the first thing we need to do when we start the city is determine where we're going to start our city. And the initial city center will be right where the settlers are standing. But around the settlers in this ring, all the way around, are going to be tiles of influence for our city to start, and it can branch out. Now, I don't have to start my city in this particular tile. What I do want to do is come down here, and this is the world map as we know it. We don't know what's out here. All of this is the unknown. So I'm going to click on this lens. There's all these different lenses, and I'm going to click on Empire, and it's going to tell me what resources are in which tiles. And this is going to help me determine where I want to base our first city at. So this is actually a pretty good place to start, because we're going to pick up this resource. We're going to pick up this one. Let's go ahead and start there. That seems to be fine. So what we do is we'll click on our settlers, and down here we'll found the city. And we get our first Eureka. Gaining a city on the coast has given your civilization insight into navigating the waves. So we have just got sailing boosted. Now, anytime we get an ability boosted, that means it's going to take less time to research it. So it's always a good thing. And you want to try and do the ones that are boosted and not the ones that are not, if you can. So this is our city. It's called Athens. And the settlers have now disappeared. You can only use them once. Now these are warriors, and they're not going to be very powerful. But we are going to go ahead and use them initially. We have to choose our research. So first we're going to open up our tech tree. Now there's 3 basic technologies that we can research. None of these are going to be boosted because they're the first 3. But you need to pick one in order to move forward. Now, I can see by looking we have a lot of things hidden. And you can see how many turns it's going to take. Whereas sailing is way over here. So we are not going to be able to get that just yet because we need to pick one of these before we get that. And if we pick pottery, that gets us closer to sailing. However, we need animal husbandry a lot quicker. So I'm going to go ahead and select that to begin with. Next we have to choose our production. The city center's right here. Now we can give it a monument right away. It's going to cost 12 turns. But I'm going to probably use, I'm going to get a scout, because we need to find out what's going on out here. And a scout can move a lot more tiles at a turn than a warrior can. So we're going to get the scout. Now the warrior's probably going to help take care of the scout once we get protection in the city. So it's going to take 6 turns to get the scout. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with these warriors to find out what's around us. So let's move them down this way. This is the seat of Crete. We can't do anything else this turn. So we're going to go on to the next. Now, if there's any movement from other civilizations, barbarians, city-states, you can see them pop up anytime. Now we're really looking for barbarians, because if you see a barbarian scout, you want to take care of him ASAP, because if he gets in close proximity to your city and he can find it, he will go back to the barbarian camp. And if he makes it back there, then you're going to be visited by a lot more than a scout with the barbarians, and that's not a good thing, especially when you're young and you don't have a lot of protection for your growing city. So we're going to go ahead and just keep moving along. We're going to move him down here. Now what they have discovered is not a barbarian camp, but this is a tribal village. They're always good. They always give you eurekas, or they can give you units, or they can give you monies, and you kind of just absorb them. They disappear once you land on the tile. So we're still waiting for our scout. See what happens. The reason we can only move one tile at a time here is because we're going through hilly terrain and forest. If the tiles are flat, you can see we could actually move 2 tiles and come over here. But I'm moving towards this village, so I do not want to go off course with that. Okay, let's see what we get.
Our civilization has accomplished something historic, worthy of being celebrated and remembered for generations to come.
We get an increase in our era score for this. Now, the era score, you want it to increase because you don't want to go into the Dark Age. We want to get to the Golden Age. And it says your people celebrate a historic moment. Villagers bring gifts as they join our civilization. So that is fantastic. So we are going to go ahead and go to the next turn. Let's go ahead and bring him back because we kind of want to use our scout. We didn't find anything. I don't want to go too far from the city. We should get our scout next turn.
Reconnaissance units like scouts are unique in that they can gain experience by exploring and discovering parts of the world.
Okay, we've got our scout unit. Fantastic. Now you can tell on any unit how far they can move in a single turn by this green outline. So he can go pretty far. So what we're going to do is we're going to send him way over here. Now scouts do not make the best fighters. Now they can fight. They definitely can fight other scouts. And they can level up, as she said, by exploring. And they also get experience from fights as well. So we need to choose a new production for Athens. And I'm going to make slingers. Now slingers are the ranged units. They're the lowest level ranged units, and we're going to upgrade those to archers as soon as that becomes available. So we're going to get that started, and that's going to take 7 turns. But in those 7 turns, we should be able to scout quite a bit around. We're going to go a little bit north with the scout, but I'm going to bring these guys back close to home in case we get invaded early. And that's all we can do for now. Now, anytime you come across a river, your movement's going to stop. Now, normally you can see how far he could go. He could go all the way over here if he wanted, and all the way over here. Or he can just move 1 tile. And that is because of the water. Also, the hills on the other side of the water. Those take 2 turns to enter. So he could conceivably go through the water, but if he doesn't have extra turns, he's just not going to make it. So what we're going to do is we're going to send him up here and just go across the river this direction next turn. Now our warriors are going to just stay put, so I'm just going to fortify them there. They're not going to do anything unless my scout needs them. Alright, we're going to cross over here and see what's up this way. I'm kind of surprised we haven't come across any barbarians, but I'm happy about it also. I want to get my slingers.
If there are no dogs in heaven, then when I die, I want to go where they went.
Alright, our animal husbandry is done. So we've unlocked a pasture, a camp, horses, and this allows harvesting of cattle, sheep, and deer. So that is a really good research to get. So we have to choose a new one. I am going to go ahead and start irrigation because I think that that is a really good one. Now, it's not boosted. We don't have any other boosts except for sailing. So we're going to have to pick this one up for 15 turns. Let's move him this way. Okay. Okay, we've got water on that side. The Ionian Sea. Maybe that's why we don't have barbarians. Maybe we're on a tiny island. I hope not. Let's see what's up this way.
This volcano is quiet now,
Oh.
but it could erupt again at some point in the future. It might be a danger to our people, or an unexpected blessing.
Okay, if it does erupt, it's gonna really not benefit if you have something built here. So I don't think we're in any danger of that. But on the good side, we're not going to get attacked from this side because you can't penetrate. You can't go through a mountain like this. So if we were to build a city, say here, we would be protected, which is a good thing, I think. Or this looks like maybe a lake. Not sure. Always want to keep an eye out. I want to go over here and see what's on this side. Oh, there we go. We got our slingers. Fantastic. So they're going to stay put in the city. Okay, my scout's going to make his way over here. Ooh, lots of mountains here. Oh, this would be a really good place to have a city. We'll have to do that. We'll have to branch out. Okay, we need to pick another production. Now, I am going to go with a builder so we can start getting some provisions and such. Now, they're going to take 9 turns to build.
Enacting new policies in our government can be of great benefit. Our people await your decree.
All right, we have just completed the Code of Laws, which is the first step in our new young little government. So we're going to
At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst.
We're going to look at our policies that we have. Now, everybody starts out as a chiefdom. As we grow, we're going to have the opportunity to change in different types of government. But for now, we've got 1 military policy, 1 economic, and 1 wild card. Now, we haven't earned any wild card policies. They're a different color. But we can choose one of these militaries, plus 5 unit strength when fighting barbarians, and double experience for recons. I'm going to put this strength for barbarians because I know they're out there. And the economic, we're going to go with faith and gold. Because I definitely want to get a religion going as soon as possible also. And faith points will help us. And we pick a wild card. So we're going to go plus production all cities. There we go. And we need a new civic. Okay, so now we're going to open the civics tree. Now this is the first time we've looked at this. This works exactly the same thing as the research tree. So we can either choose early empire or we can choose craftsmanship. Either one of these is boosted. Each of them takes 26 turns. Now, if we choose early empire, it's going to give us some more government cards. We're also going to get open borders, declare war of retribution. This is used to declare war on a player who has broken a promise to you within the past 30 turns. This unlocks abilities to enforce borders, and we also get a government title. So that happens if we pick that one. Or we can just do this one and get a couple policies. So I'm going to do this early empire and get that started. Alright, we need to send our scout over onto this side. And since we have slingers, I am going to send my barbarians also have them look to the east a little bit. Oh, we've got a barbarian scout. Oh crap, he saw us and he's going back. Okay. Alright. Well, we're gonna do our best to catch him. We're not gonna be able to catch him with our scout, so we're gonna continue him up this way. He's gonna get away. Oh, there's another one up here. Okay. Oh, he's got to come back. So we have to deal with that. Okay, he's going to run away, and he's still running. Here we go. Chasing after those barbarians. Okay, is he going to keep running? Yes. Okay. Is he going to be cut off? Dear me. Oh, we lost him. I bet you there's a camp. Dang it. Okay, he just disappeared. Oh no. Yep, he made it back to camp. Okay, let's take care of this scout if we can. Now, if we hover over him, we're going to look down here on our panel, and it says this would be a major victory for us because he is 10, we are 28. So, let's get rid of him. Oh, we didn't kill him. Alright, now our scout has absolutely no chance against these barbarians. So before we get locked into combat by going into these squares here, we are going to run the other way. And I am going to actually start sending my slingers over. Alright, we need to get rid of him. Oh, he killed one of my warriors. Not cool. Oh, we got our builder. Fantastic. So now that we have our builder, you can see that there's these little icons that appeared in our territory. These are the areas that we can improve. So what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and grab that eventually. However, it's not in our zone that we can go to at the moment. Now, builders are special in that you can only use them 3 times and then they disappear and you'll have to get a new one. So initially, we are going to go ahead and move him down here. And I don't think these guys can attack because they're not in the right zone. Maybe. I don't want to lose my scout, but that would be a minor defeat. It's not. There's 4 of them, though. I'm going to leave him there for a moment. They're going to attack them next turn. These guys need to make their way. Can't. Okay, so next we've got our slinger, we've got our scout, and our builder. I'm going to build a monument in our city. 7 turns to complete that. It's going to provide +1 loyalty per turn in the city. So that helps keep the citizens happy. Okay, let's see what happens here. Our slingers are pretty weak. They didn't attack us. Really? Going after my builders? Okay, we're going to have him build this camp. So now there's 2 builders instead of 3. These guys are going to try to make their way over. My slingers. See what they can do here. Not a whole lot. Well, we got rid of one of them. Alright, I'm going to bring my scout back. But I don't think he's going to be able, he can't do anything yet. Okay, my builders, they can't move. Hopefully these guys don't decide to take my builders, because they can. And if they steal my builders, that's not a good thing. So let's see what happens. Oh God. They captured my builders. Oh, you pissed me off. Oh my God. Oh, goodness. And we've still got 1. He can't get it though this turn, so let's see what happens.
The man who has grit enough to bring about the afforestation or the irrigation of a country is not less worthy of honor than its conqueror.
Fantastic. We got irrigation, which is really important for upgrading certain things. Now, but initially we need to deal with this. He is not going to get away with our builder. We need to pick new research. So we picked up irrigation. Now we can do bronze working. Or we can do writing. And I am going to do bronze working. It's going to take 20 turns. We're not getting any boosts. As much as I would like, anyway. So let's see what happens here. You guys cannot get... Oh! We got a scout coming in that way. Okay, this is not good. My scout got you, you loser. So, we got our builder back. And these guys are going to go after this scout. Because I don't think anybody else can move this turn. We don't have our city protected. There's nobody in it. But, that's okay. We're going to send them back. We're going to go ahead and fortify him, which will heal. And we've got my builders back. We got to bring them back to safety of our city. And they're going to go ahead and that'll just give... Oh, no, we're not going to improve that slot. That's not a very good one. Let's go ahead and go in here. Okay. Okay, the scout's running off. He doesn't really want to fight us because he knows he's going to lose. Oh! Alrighty. Those volcanoes that we discovered up here, there it is. You can see it is now active. How about that? Alright, and we are going to move these guys over here to follow the scout. Okay, the builders I want to go over here, so I'm going to send them there. And my scout's going to come along as well. He's not really a good valid escort, but it's better than nothing. Because my warriors are hurt. Okay, we got our monument, which is right here. You can see it in the city. We need to pick something else. Now, ooh, we can make a wonder. Must be adjacent to a river. So if we click on that, it's going to show us tiles that we can use for that. So we're going to go ahead and start a hanging garden. Other civilizations now can beat us to it. If they've already started one, this one will not complete. But we're going to go ahead and give it a go. It's going to take a while to build. But 26 turns, which is a long time, but we'll be fine. I really want to get the scout, but I don't remember what... I don't see where he went, actually. There he is. But I can't attack him from there. Okay, I don't want to move my builders over here in his way. So what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to start moving these guys over to protect my builders. I'm going to see if I can actually escort them. I'm not sure. My scout's going to come over here. There. Now we're good. I don't want to move the builders. We're just going to skip their turn. Oh no, we've got another barbarian here and another one over there. Well, crap. That puts a ding in my plan. I'm going to have to get rid of him. That's fine. my builders here. Okay, we're just gonna sit tight. See what happens. Okay, who needs orders first? The scout? He can't get to him this next turn, so we're just gonna stay put. He's damaged anyway. See, that scout's
No
pretty
man
much
ever
stuck.
wetted clay and then left it, as if there would be bricks by chance and fortune.
Okay, research completed. Pottery. Fantastic. Alright. Okay, now he's sneaking in on this side. Not good. Alright, let's see if we can't get rid of him. Okay, my builder's going to move here, and next turn we're going to improve that. We can't get this guy here, and this guy's open. He's open to our city. This isn't good. Okay, he's leaving. But so did that guy. Alright. We've already got the barbarians all up in our face, so not much we're going to be able to do about that. So I'm going to improve this one to pasture. There we go. Now we've got horseback riding has been boosted. Fantastic. That is good. And we've got one builder left. So he can't do anything this turn. We are going to get rid of these guys. I'm going to have my scout do it. No. Alright, slingers. He's a tough one. Not so tough. Alright. We've got knowledge of archery is boosted. My fights with barbarians highlight the need for strong weaponry. Bronze working has been boosted. That is awesome. That was really, really good. Well, on that note, everybody, I think we're going to leave the episode here. I hope you'll join me in the next episode while we continue to build our wonder and see if we can't survive all these barbarian attacks. We haven't met any other civilizations or city-states yet, so there's so much left to do. And yeah, this is pretty exciting. So take care all. Please give a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye now.